Good morning, everybody. It's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Thank you so much for joining me. It's lovely to have you here on this Saturday morning. Sorry if I rattled over I was talking then, but it is, well, it's book page Saturday, and I think it's time I had a little sort through this. Now, I'm not going to, really tidy it up, but I know that I've got some, pieces like this in here that are, not whole book pages. It's book page. Oh, there's a piece of that I covered from last week that's got left in here as well. So yeah, I just need to go through it really quickly and pull some pieces out that are not whole book pages. That one's been stuck down because the make that I want to do today, with book pages is with little scrappy bits. So yeah, it'll do me good to get this tidied out, and then I can start on some big projects again. So again, that's a small broken piece. So yeah, they've just had the edges ripped off, but the full pages. I was undecisive whether to just tidy this out and then turn the camera on, but I know some of you would like to look, so I'll do a little bit of tidying it with you, and then I'll turn the camera off and finish it, and then I'll come back. It'll only be like a split second for you, won't it? I'll come back and we'll do the make. Now, this is how I used to keep my book pages when I didn't have a lot, out of the covers. Obviously, I've always had a lot of books, but I used to just grab a few and staple them together, kind of thing. So I'm going to consider those pieces as well, because I'm guessing these are the bits that I'd like to use up. Now, ideally, I would like to get them, and I might at one point into. Oh, there's another one. Into colours, so I've got all the darks together, all the lighter ones together, all the white ones together, but I'm not going to do that at the moment. I'm just literally going to go through, and so you can see how things get squeezed back between the pages when I'm working with them. I'm just going to pull all those bits out and then maybe put them in size order. That will be all for now. So they are all whole pieces. So you kind of see, I'll leave you on for a little bit. Might not take me as long as I thought, actually. Be better than joining a couple of videos up, won't it? And you get to see the extent of what's in this pile that you see regularly. I know a few of you say to me, I'm sure it's growing, and I say all the time, I'm sure it's growing the more I use it. I'm not, as far as I'm aware, adding to it. If I was tidying up and finding bits, I would. If I find an odd piece of paper, book page or three on my desk, this would be the place where it would just be, into this folder is the place it would just find itself shoved, I guess. But it really is the little single or, torn pieces that I'm after getting out of it, and I am aware sometimes I go in to pull. You've been glued together by looks of you. Oh, you see, that shouldn't be in there at all, although it is a book page. It's a beautiful image, so yeah, definitely shouldn't be in here. Right, are you all? Yes, it doesn't seem to be any. I know you can't tell for certain, but yeah, sometimes I go to pull a page out. I was saying that, wasn't I? And so that's one particular book that I've got all clipped together. I must have used lots of it and then put back in here. What was left? I'll try for a third time. Yeah, I often put my hand in and grab a piece of paper when I want one and find out it's a broken piece. So there's another one of those books clipped together. Are you? No. I started separating big and then stopped, didn't I? That can be a job. Oh, another one. Job for another day, that's sorting out the size, I think, or for off camera perhaps. I know there's one or two people out there who would love to see it, but I don't want to bore the majority of you. It is something I will, enjoy doing when I'm, if I'm in the mood for tidying, which I often am. If I'm not in the mood for crafting, I do quite like tidying through. I know it's hard to believe looking at my stuff, but I do quite enjoy it when I've got time to tidy through my my things, something like this, sort them out and organise them. There's a lot folded over that are actually full pages, See, we're nearly through it, so we just chatted to you, didn't I, when we got there. I mean, I didn't use any up doing that, but there's a whole Rupert book there. But I suppose it's book page, so it's as good a place as any for it. Right, we do need to just go through this little pile by. I suspect they're all whole. You can see there are book pages here with images and things on that. I may or may not. I mean, that one's not so bad. Can't find any now, but there'll be some with images on that. I wouldn't ever use the image, and there'll come a day when they get you know, either covered over. These all seem to be images like these. I don't like these, but it is beautiful paper. Whoops. These will always be covered over on this side, but the you know, look at that, so beautiful on the other side. That I maybe ought to have those in my backing box, you know, because I won't use them for anything other than that one's. I was going to say it's on both sides, but it's not. Look, it's got that lovely tissue in it. Yeah, I might put these in my backing box. It's got tissue in it as well. But it's not exactly a backing box. I've got a box of pieces of my tea dyed paper. You know, when I cut a piece up and use it for something, often backing or collaging. Yeah, I wouldn't use those for anything but backing. I wouldn't put them in books or anything, because I would have to cover that entire thing. So those, well, that'll be a few out. Those can go in that box. And I do have a box of tissue paper. I mean, this is proper vintage tissue paper. Don't need to coffee dye it or anything. Same with those books. I'm going to keep those out because they're more, what's the word, ephemera than they are book page. And then I've just got those really big ones. Right, well, let's see, because I've got more than enough out there for what I want to use for today. It's not going to take very much at all. In fact, yeah, there'll be bits spare. But, well, we're tidy and we're all book page. Let me put it back where it belongs out the way. Super. So these, might as well do it now, hadn't I? Just making sure I don't throw anything on the floor. Last week when I threw my scrap box on the floor under there, would you believe it landed the right way up? There wasn't a single piece out of it on the floor, which never happens. Am I in the wrong side? Yes, I am. So, yeah, that was me just trying out a bit of avocado dyeing. It's very, very bright, isn't it? Yeah, and as you can see, these are just like torn off pieces of my dyed paper, so they might as well go in there. And then when I've got a stack of like kit, what's that? Scraps, oops, in a bag. Kit ephemera and things to back. Those are what I'll use. Now some of these are whole pages, aren't they? But I want the part pages. That one is a part page, so I'm going to just pull it out of there. This is what I used to do with these when I was using them. So everything a whole page. Yeah. So I ought to, next time I do something with book page, these are the ones that need using up first. These part pages, these are what we're going to use today. And probably not very many of them, because I am going to do a bit of a collage. Although I suppose I could do one on make a masterboard as well at the same time. That's going in the bin because it's an old blue page. Let's do the little bits there. I haven't told you about what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to keep those out as ephemera as well. That's a little bit. They're all bigger bits. Oh goodness, I'm going to have to grab some tissue. Oh, just a tickly nose really. I've got a bit of arthritis in my thumb. I don't know I mean, I do get it there when I knit and things like that. In fact, I've got a bit in that one as well. I don't know what's flared it up. I've been cutting actually some fabrics up, another half page there, and some wedding dresses up that I bought, so maybe that's it. Or maybe it's just the cold weather, but yeah, I'm suffering with it a little bit today. Yeah, that's an image. I'll take it out. I can't decide and I don't want to spend forever organising, do I? It's just that it's top poured over for some reason. Poured over. Glued over. I don't know where the word poured came from. Right, I'm not going to tear any more up. So these are all the full pages that are stuck together. These are bigger pages that are... Let me just tear those two up because it's not a bigger page, is it? No fibbing. Yeah, so I might come to those when I run out of these, but I think this will be more than enough of what I'm going to do. So I'll show you what I'm going to make. If you saw this yesterday, this is from Tina at Shabby Dabby Doo design team project, and I pulled one of these out of my... Oh, you get some glue while I see it. I need to stick it out of my pages stash, and I made it a long time ago. A long time ago. Right, I've got some little pins in here. Where are they? They're in this one. I've got some from, oops, Deb, and I've got some from Angie. You're both very kind, guys. I'll use one of these this time because they're easier to get at, and I'm using those. Oh, it was Deb that sent me the yeah, I can see the glue stuck on it there. This, because I can't think of it. The dangle, that's it. The dangle that goes in the top. If I can get that back in there. No, just stick it through. Sorry. I will get to some crafting soon, but when I see something like this, I need to stick it down. And I was actually wondering what I'd glued it with, so is that one up as well? Maybe I did it with glue stick, barely. I think I've probably pulled it up now. But I might use that now just to make sure it properly. It could have been Fabri-Tac. Have a little think about that. Fabri-Tac will be a pain if I spill it on the vellum. Usually when I'm collaging, it's the glue, the glue stick. Anyway, these are what I'm wanting to make. When I cut these up and I put one of those behind it, I'm going to have it stuck on there. I just really liked it. And I was thinking, right, what can I do with book pages today? Because I've made lots of pieces of ephemera, and you know, you get to a point, I will get that off. I was playing with that yesterday, trying to get it off. Get to a point where, you know, I don't need any more ephemera just yet. So I thought these were a couple of these would be a good idea. And Violet, bless her, sent me some lovely thick. Now she says it's not the thickest she's got, but it's a lot thicker than mine. Some lovely thick 3 sheets of vellum. So I thought that's perfect because they're nice and thick for a journal. So I'm going to just do one at a time. I'm going to turn these into book pages like this for my stash. I might even put one of them in the Dark Days Steampunk journal that I'm doing at the moment, because I think with it just being book page it'll go, so we'll see. I'll just do one at a time. I was thinking, what am I doing there? I just had it out to show you. Let's move it over. So I kind of I really want to show myself as well. I should have just brought one of the pages. So some of them were long strips, but I put them over the back. So some were long that way, some were long that way. I did both sides at once, is what I was trying to say. So do I want them? It's just trial and error. I've not done this before with these, so I kind of want them. Do I want them all book page? Well, I'll just leave a little bit of plain page. Just trying to think. I was going to say white, but they're not white, are they? On the edge. Again, I could have got these ready, but I'll just put my rubbish there. Save me turning around constantly, because I have a hot water bottle at my back just for comfort. My back's not hurting particularly. Only my thumb's hurting, but I don't want it to go anywhere else. So yeah, I don't want to keep spinning round because it will dislodge. And it's rather pleasant at the moment. It's not too cold. In fact, it's not too cold. It's not cold because I've only got the heating on really low. And you know, it looks quite a pleasant day through the window. There's no wind chill, I don't think, today. So all I'm doing is getting a few. So it was lucky I had some of those. Getting a few without the, you know, the big expanse. Lovely though, a lot of it is. You know, that's a gorgeous piece, isn't it? But that's not what I'm after. And then I'll cut them down further. What I want is a selection of, what am I doing? A selection of different coloured pages and different texts, I guess. Because the others I made was, you know, lots of different coloured papers. And that's what I liked about it. So I think these will be quite effective. What kind of colours have I got there? I'm torn between, you know, picking the gorgeous colours and using up what's already, what's already ripped, not ripped, cut. So my next decision will be, am I going to ink? And I do think it will be nice inked. I think what I'll do is I'll ink one and not ink one, and then whichever I prefer I will do again for the third one. I mean, the inked one will be nice in the Dark Days journal. Right, now I've got a handful of those. I will turn around to the bin because they're taking over a little bit. This is lovely text, isn't it, out of the Churches of England book. I mean, these I could just go ahead and make them into strips now. That's it. I don't want the London bit. Okay. I've probably got enough there, haven't I? Have I got one of these old... I don't have any of this, do I? Which is Shakespeare. And I don't want them all the same. Let's have some like that and some like that. Okay. Some of them I'll rip as I go along. Oh, now I've just seen something else that I want. You just take that off there. Look, this is nice, isn't it? Nice text. Let's have some of that. I even like that black line. Oh, it's nice and thick and it's very white, so yeah, you're probably too big. I've probably done those bits a bit big. I don't know, because they're going around the page, aren't they? I remember it being a bit faffy when I did the others, but they were nice. Oh, just so many pages, look. I just saw another one, which is another index, but it's, well, this is old paper. It's a lovely coloured paper, that's what I was trying to say. Let's rip you there because you want to rip there. Okay, I'll stop for now, and then if I run out of, you know, something a bit different, I need to rip these up. Although I don't really know what size I want yet. But let's do one. Not so much white there, is there? And this is French as well, so different language as well as different text. Cigarette and chocolate, I recognise those French words. That's lovely. I'm nearly there, folks. If you've just turned in and all you're watching is me rip papers up, yeah, you're lucky you've only just turned in. I've been doing it for 15, 17 minutes. Something like that. And then, oh, should have just ripped them by hand, shouldn't I, actually? Some of them are nicer ripped by hand. Right, I've got a cardigan on. I know I told you it wasn't cold, but it's cardigan weather because the heating's not on. So I'll just, sleeves up. See, I've barely used anything. Now, I said I was going to ink, so let's get the ink box, which is now underneath me because it's got so much in it. And to have a look, you like to have a look at how I'm organising things. So the distress crayons are what I bought when I went to Harrogate the other day. I'm going to use my Scotch timber for this one. So which is the dauber? I've got all the daubers to go with it. That one. Well, not quite enough for everyone, but lots of different coloured daubers. Let me put it back under because I'm trying to free up room on my desk to craft. It makes me feel better. I need a glue book. Makes me feel better and it gives me more room to move things about. There we go, glue book. Oops, I've got a page on the floor. And now I've got to make the decision, haven't I, about the glue. I think I'm going to go with the Scotch glue. It is a really good glue, and I'm pretty sure that's what I did the other one with. And then I can just go under any, any edges that stick up. Right, I don't think you're going to sit and want to watch this, me inking these. So what I'll do is I'll go around all of these that I've got here with the camera off, and then I'll turn it back on and we'll be ready to go. Okay, there we go. And I decided to do some of them in the black soot, so about a third of them I've maybe not quite a third, I've inked in black soot. Let's put that pile over there. Okay, so it made quite a pile, but I think I might go through a few. So yeah, I'm going to just use this glue, but put plenty on them. And yeah, probably need a cloth. So again, I don't want to get this on the vellum any more than I wanted to get Fabri-Tac on the vellum. Now most of these pieces have got text both sides, so that's, I'm going to go right into the crease there because I don't want to, if I can help it, I don't want to go over that crease. I know I need to go up there, but I don't want to go over the crease so it will fold easily. What was I saying? Yeah, so if they've got text both side and you know, I don't fold them halfway exactly, so some of it's on show, some of it's not. You know, like let's do it on purpose. So that one I put a lot further down and fold this over. Look, you've got the text showing still through there. Now I know it's sideways on. No, it's not sideways on, it's upside down. I was thinking about this. I'm putting this one sideways on. No, it's upside down, but that's not going to bother me. Yeah, see, it's hard for me to decide which is the middle. I'm sticking to my paper already. Yeah, so I guess the trick is to try not to be too picky about what I put where. But you know me, I don't really want to go white cream either. Oops, a bit of paper stuck on my glue. There we go. Okie dokie. Ooh. Yeah, it's a very easy thing to do. I don't remember it being this easy, but like I say, I've only done it once and it was a while ago, and it's taken me all this time. I put them into stash. Don't think this is quite thick, so I'm going to put a fold in it before I put it on there. I don't think I've used one before now, but I might be wrong. I'm just wondering now if I did some in some Flower Fairy paper and put it in one of my Flower Fairy journals. Yes, I am gluing on Peter Rabbit, but I did get 3 Peter Rabbit books, I realised when I went looking for them to do some fussy cutting. So yeah, some of the images, once I'd had them twice, I didn't want them a third time, so I've used them for glue. It's a big piece. Yeah, so I like, with the other ones, I liked that some of them were big and some of them were not so. You know, different, as well as different colours, different fonts and different sizes. What's not to love? Oh, look, a bit of shorthand, that's nice. Looking nice on there. Yeah, we are. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's try and get something different that I haven't had yet. I suppose the more, yeah, a bit of French, the more book pages you have bits of, the less you would have to, you know, search in them like I am. I'm going to have that one that way as well. And I don't want to say it really, but I'm not getting glue on here yet. This time, my fingers are not too gluey at the moment, I guess. But put one a long way out, because I'll do like the writing on the title of that. I suppose what it's doing is creating a frame, isn't it? So it's a book page frame on the vellum. Nice long piece there, yeah. And you know, when you put it in a journal, it will either just frame the pages, whatever the pages are that you've got either side. Maybe it will frame some journaling that somebody does in the book if they're blank pages, or it can frame an image. I like that shape there. I'm thinking I must have torn some by hand when I did the others, you know, to get lots of different shapes. You could do this just down the edge of a page and make it you know, an interesting page. Doesn't have to be vellum. Do you know what I mean? Any kind of. I feel like I've a lot today. Let's stop saying Denise. I think it's probably because I'm relaxed. It's a very, very relaxing task. From the inking and the tearing up of the pages, that was a big sigh. Look, that's just me because I'm chilled. Yeah. So if you want something chilled to do, collage is always the thing. Right, I can't decide how I want to do the middle yet. I know that last time I went over. There's that word again. I'm thinking I might just go down that side and down that side with some thin strips. I'll try it on this one and then I'll go over on the next one. So lots of trials and yeah, decide which I like best. So sometimes I'm starting in one spot and going along, and then other times I see a piece and I don't want it across the bottom, so I'm just going anywhere with it. So it really is an easy task. You can overthink it on or do it mindlessly, I guess, whichever you prefer. Right, have I got any news for you? I don't know that I have. We haven't fixed the greenhouse yet, so we're still waiting for the glass, the replacement for the glass to arrive. But I have read the comments. I haven't answered any comments for a couple of days, but I have read them all. And yeah, I know you guys are having it a lot worse. And I've seen one or two YouTube videos. I've not watched much YouTube, but I've seen one or two. Where you've had the ice storm, haven't you? And it's, gosh, whole trees were just dropping down. And I know both Canada and America, I think, have had it. And bad winds and lots of snow. I know a lot of you out there are struggling, just keeping on top of everyday living with the weather at the moment. So ours was a bit yeah, not really on the scale compared to what you guys are having, but like I say, it's the fact that we're just not used to it here. It's a big thing to us when something like that happens. It's not the norm. Oh, let's have that. When Neil went to work, he did discover that lots and lots of people around our area had like the mini tornado. It wasn't just us, and they were all asleep in bed. It woke everybody. I'm going to go right up there with that and have a really big corner one. Oh. Okay, so we can do something about that because I didn't like it. Yeah, let's go on top of it with another one. I didn't like the big gap that it left. I liked it on the other side. We go right down. No, there. Oops, it's stuck to me. I'm getting sticky now. I've not finished one yet. Well, yeah, so you can layer them. Nice. Very nice. Right, go up there. Dragged everything. Oh, I've just realised as well that last video, let's come this way a bit. I was way off camera, wasn't I? I hope I haven't been today, because we're half an hour in. I'm feeling that that one's a little bit too, but not perhaps if I put it up there. A bit too big. Finish your sentences. So yeah, nothing to tell like that. The cat's a bit happier with himself now. He's got used to it. Whoops. It's a good job we'd just tidied the greenhouse out, actually, which we had. If you was here, you'd know that I'd said we'd had a day when we just decided, and today was the day, and we got up and squared it up. Got rid of lots of stuff out of it. I've got a huge pile of my papers and inks in the kitchen waiting to be dealt with, I have to say, from emptying it. Oh, we'll get there. This is really nice. Like I say, I made up some avocado dye. All I did was try those two pieces of looks like card. It is like card, really, that was sitting around. Which side am I wanting? That one. That was sitting around down there. So, and I put the avocado juice dye that I made in the fridge. So, because I was going to go out and do it in the greenhouse. So I don't know how to do it in the kitchen, I guess, now. Lovely. Oh, I like it. Do you know, I might even like it more than the paper one. I like that that's showing through as well. Ooh. I love it when I come up with something that's different and I really, really like. I often come up with different things. I don't know about often, but I sometimes come up with different things, and yeah, I'm not so sure. The idea seemed good, and then when I've done it, it's like, I don't know. But this one I can tell straight away. I love it. And this was just born from me trying to think of a way to use up some book page. Some pieces of book page rather than something going that way. Yeah, that one. Perfect. So I am picking and choosing a little bit about what I want where, but with all those pages that I had, and there wasn't an awful lot. Right, you're going to be upside down whichever way I do. You aren't? No, you're not. That's it. To think about that. It's upside down on the back though. Yeah, I've not had to go digging for, something different so far, and I've nearly done this one. I do beg your pardon. There's my cup of tea. And actually reminded me to have a little sip because I'm halfway down it. Cheers. Yes, that was my tooth that I whacked. These would be nice with if you cut them with those fancy, deckled edge fancy scissors. Not just the deckle edge, the fancy edges. So there's like zigzag, isn't there? And just repeating fancy patterns. Be nice with those. I do like that one. I think it's the text on the top there. Oops. Go proper way. Perhaps sometimes I should have some this way when I do it, so that I'm getting, nice pieces. That's the same paper as that one. Yeah, perhaps I should. So it's not all got the best pieces on the inside, on one side, because they're, they're both book pages, aren't they? Well, not quite. Let's go over and then put another little one across there. That's the same one that's there. That one. Take it off there. Talking to myself then, really. That's a very old book, that as well. Just put that one that way, that's it. Yeah, I think it does make a difference when you turn it over and do something from one side and then something from another. Sorry if I hit you then. I just want a piece here. So you're rubbish. Well, that's pretty good, look. I've not... Oh, do I want that big T? I think I will, just for... Don't think it's inked that side, actually. Not that it really makes a difference, but... I'm not being very efficient with my glue page, but no change there. No change there. Whoops. So let's go halfway up with that one and then we'll see it behind. Nice. Yeah, I really am pleased with that. Right, let me get rid of this and start with a fresh. Now, I did get some wet wipes. Oh, I was going to say have I remembered to bring them? Yes, I have. Sensitive little heroes. Can't get in them. Sorry about the noise. Bear with me. Oh, I'm in. Just they smell nice. Usually sensitives don't have any smell on them, do they? Just get some of that glue reactivated, which is what the wet wipes do to it. That's it. That's better. Air dry. So, am I just going to go down each side? Or am I going to go across? I know what I said I was going to do. Make sure that I'm inking the inner bit. Now, of course, when it goes in a journal, that very crease is not going to be on show anyway, is it? And I'm wondering if to do this on one side and put some washi on the back side of it, just down the middle, because it won't be on show particularly. And it's, I've got some washi that's, is it dictionary page or something like that? I think it's a Tim Holtz one. Because I don't think I'll need this both sides. It will show through, won't it? I mean, we'll have a look. We'll have a look and see what's showing through. Went a bit further over with that one than I wanted. Right, so I've just run out now of something different. So that was pretty good. I don't think I had any of this. So let me just tear a bit of this dictionary page up. It's a bit wrinkly, but it'll be all right when it's glued. It's not a dictionary, it's an encyclopedia. It's just laid out like a dictionary, so a nice longish bit. No, we'll have a fat bit that goes the other way. It's not fat, Denise. Not fat at all. Are you any fatter? No. Okay, what about you? Yes, and we'll link this on with the black just to change it up. So that's the first piece, and I've nearly done that. I've had to put these on here. Remember, they're not inked. You know, I've had to go in and find something different. So that was pretty good. That way, did we say? Yeah. Yeah, and what I'm thinking is, look, it does show through fine, doesn't it? No, I think I'm going to do it both sides. Yeah, I mean, it looks all right, but you know, it's obvious that this is on the outside and that isn't. Yeah, no, I'm going to do it both ways. So let's have some more of this. So I thought it would be a really quick job. I thought, oh, I'll whiz through 3 of these. But actually I've been at it a while, haven't I? I think I might only get 2 done with you guys. Let's go that way. Yeah, that bit can go into the edge because it's not inked. And it won't show. I mean, I could always, if I wanted to, if I wanted the extra security, I could always put washi on top. What's that? Not the washi, what's the stuff that I've got, the micropore tape. You know, just to make sure that doesn't pull out. I'm nearly out. Nearly out of paper, but yeah, I am literally using the last little bits. I've just realised as well that I've probably got lots of bits of these in the actual scrap box, because I do put papers. I'm going to put one in not inked. Well, that's right, I said I was not going to ink the next one. See if it makes any difference. So I've got to do the back of here yet. Crikey. Got glue in hand. I'm not putting it down. Oops, I've got a blob on my glue. Ink it. Another page. I think, well, I'll have to see what it's like with the papers, but I think I'm definitely going to put this one in the darker days. And of course, remember, those two are the same together, but they won't be together because they're on separate pages. Yeah, and I don't need to go all the way in. Oh, I love it. So I was going to say I'll call those rubbish, but that one's usable. I do like that I can see that through there. I might try the next one with the tape on it. I won't know unless I try it, will I? No use saying yes I'm going to or no I'm not. I'll try it and see. Again, I've got some similar pages together, but they won't be on the same page. Will you go somewhere? You will if I ink you. Right, so there was no waste apart from the edges that I've put in the bin. Shall I use a long sticky, oh no, because you're upside down. There, a long sticky out one. Yep, because then you'll see it from the back. Yeah. It's going a little bit crinkly as it dries, but I think if I lay it flat under a book, it'll flatten it out again. It's just as these papers are drying out. It's actually hard to tell where I've been and where I haven't. So what else have we got here? Was that all my little bits? That's really... Don't we find any of this? Don't think I did. And actually, if I went through that book page stash that I've got, I could probably pull one page out from every book, and they'd all be different text and colours and what have you. Okay, so I won't ink all of these because they're not all going on this page, but the ones I put on this page I will ink. This might just do it, I don't know. And this would be good to do with book page images as well. You tear them up and just have, you know, it'd be a bit like, I haven't got any others left. Be a bit like, you know, using digitals, but you'd be using up your book page images. Okay, one of those will do. I'm very pleased with it though, I have to say. I wasn't sure. I knew I liked it with the digitals. As soon as I put it in there, I thought, I love this page in here. But yeah, I wasn't sure if it would be the same just with text. But actually, it's ace, I think. It's not something you would do to use up tons of book page, because it's not going to do that. But perfect amount. But scraps, or you know, just to make something a little bit different in your journals, to be fair, a page that's slightly different. Okay, that's completely covered like I say, it's gone a little bit, not wrinkled, but not straight, a bit bent. But once that glue dries out and I flatten it down again, I really, really like it. Let's look at this one. Oh, it's a lot bigger as well, so I must have done half, nearly, no, don't know, but I did much smaller pages there. Now, of course, you wouldn't want to, I suppose you could trim it down to fit, but you'd really want your page to, you know, be a size that you put in journals, and this is A4, so you know, it will fit in a lot of my journals anyway. I do lots of mixed sizes, but if you want specific sized pages, you probably want to do that first, cut your vellum first. Yeah, I think that's lovely. And look, with just the page behind it, it's gorgeous. Or, you know, if you have a page with one of these on, yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Okay, I think that I'm going to call it there and do the other two off camera, because I've been sat here quite a while, and you know, if you love it, you'll be itching to go off and make one, perhaps. And if not, you'll have had enough watching me just glue tiny bits of paper down. So yeah, I'll get this uploaded, and then I'll see you tomorrow with a scrap challenge. I'm going to challenge you to something tomorrow, so join in. So that's Sunday. Scrappy makes on a Sunday. Join me tomorrow and see what I'm going to test you, see what you can do. Yeah, I should have shown you a bit closer, shouldn't I? I hope you like it, because I love it. Okie dokie. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.